Hello, good morning, and welcome to today live trading section. I hope you had a good night. The night was fine, and today is going to be a good day, a good week. Okay, so today, welcome to today live trading section, and today we are going to be looking at the synthetic market and then look out for the market as for us. So if this is your first time of coming across the channel and your first time of seeing my face, my name is Vetexx. And what I do is that every day on this channel, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., I analyze the synthetic markets using technical analysis and pure price action. So basically me showing you how I trade, what I look out for in the market, how I enter my trade, and how I make profit. Okay. So if you are here for the first time, do well to like, do well to subscribe, and do well to always drop your comments in the comment section if you find anything confusing at the course of when I am doing the analysis. Okay, so basically I'll do top-down analysis and then look out for entry, share it in the community. So wait for it. Whenever the price come to appear, I will take the trade. So that's basically what I do. So what I'm going to do right now is share my screen with you, and then you see how I trade. Okay, so if you have any question, ask your question in the comment section. All right. So I'm going to be sharing the screen right now. So this is we're going to be starting immediately. So we'll be starting immediately. So starting from on this analysis, we normally do have about 14 pairs we trade every day. So what we do is that we just do top down analysis. I believe every one of you know top down analysis. Just analyzing pair from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. Okay. So every trading system has their own trading model. Okay, everybody have their own strategy, so it's just like doing analysis from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. You know where price is coming from. Okay, where price is going to start to finish. It's just basically, you can just call it start to finish. Okay, total analysis is simply means start to finish. Okay, so you know where price is coming from, right? And then you know where it's going to. So that's basically so the trading system we use is something like this. Okay, we have price giving us super liquidity, protected high, price retrace to take out this structure, give us our first break of structure, 50% retracement, then take out this structure, this protected this low to give us our second break of structure, and then price come into this zone to to now want to sell to the opposite direction. Okay, so let me just sell this and then stop here. So first of all, we have our sweep of liquidity, which is here. Have our sweep of liquidity. You have our protected high, which is here. Then we have first break of structure, which is this, and then second break of structure, which is this. So this is our structural liquidity. This liquidity is used for continuation. This one is used for correction. This is used for continuation. So the whole of this zone becomes what? Our point of interest. Okay, so let's say you are doing this analysis from the weekly time frame to the daily time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame or the daily time frame, price has already told you where it's going to be coming from. Okay, this is the starting point, and this is the finish point. So once you're in this trade, Okay, you are looking for re-entry. You know that no matter what you take, price is going to move from this point and it's going to end at this point. So it's going to start from this point and then definitely going to end at this point on the weekly time frame. So what you do now is go to the lower time frame and then you look for continuation. Okay, you start looking for continuation. So continuation, if this is 24-hour time frame or the weekly time frame, you look for continuation on the 4 hour. It's going to be something like this: the 4 hour or the 1 hour. The 1 hour is the lower, is the least time frame you go to whenever you are doing your top down analysis. Okay, and then you expect price to start selling. Right. So you find series of 4 hour structure. So when you see the 4 hour structure, you go to the 15 minutes and 10 minutes to start looking for your entry using this same pattern. Okay. So if this is, like I said, price has given you a direction. Let me before I break something down, price has given me a direction. Okay, this is the daily time frame. I know that it started from this point. This is the starting point. This is the starting point and this is the finish point. And this is the finish point. Okay. So you already know that if price is moving from this starting point, no matter how long it takes, it's going to get to this place. Okay. Just like you are traveling from Nigeria to United Kingdom, okay, using airplane, you know that no matter what it takes, price is going to move like this and come to your, you are going to move from Nigeria to, you are going to, you want, you are, if you are traveling from this Nigeria like this, take for example, this is Nigeria, this is UK, you already know this is your starting point and your finish point is going to be UK, which is your destination. Okay, so you now know that, okay, I am going to move from here, no matter how long it takes me, I'm going to get to UK. So all this point is maybe when you are branching other countries to change plane and then to land in other country and continue to your destination. So you know that there is no way that you are traveling from Nigeria to UK and then at the end of the road you turn back to Nigeria. It doesn't work like that. That is why if you already know where your price is coming from, you will be rest assured that, okay, this is where it's coming from and this is where I will go to. There's no, have you ever been traveling from, let's say you're in Nigeria, you're traveling from Abuja to, let's say Abuja to Lagos State. You don't move from Abuja to somewhere like, let's say, Delta State and then return back to Abuja. Once you are leaving Abuja, you know that even if you stop at Delta State to take refreshment, you always move and your destination is going to be Lagos State. No matter how long the journey gets, you will always get to your destination. So that is basically what is top the analysis. So take for example, this is Abuja and this is Lagos. Okay, you don't move from Lagos to Delta, from Abuja to Delta and then return back to Abuja. Once you are moving from Abuja, you will stop at this point, take your refreshment, buy fuel and all of those things, and you still get to your destination. So that is what top down analysis simply look like. Okay. So your starting point, you have a starting point and then you have your destination. So no matter how long it takes, price is going to get to your destination. Okay. So now this same model is what we apply on every other time frame. Okay, you see our uh, structure on the daily time frame, the weekly time frame. Because we cannot enter trade on the daily time frame or weekly time frame, we then scale down to the 4 hour time frame. Once you scale down to the 4 hour time frame, and you also scale down to the 15 minutes time frame, provided that we know where the price is coming from and where the price is going to, we are going to have a very good soft landing. Okay, so today let's analyze what is before us. So this is basically top down analysis, knowing where price is coming from, knowing where it's going to. That way you don't take unnecessary trade and you don't take unnecessary losses. Okay, so now let's move to the chart and then let's see what we have for today, right? So the first pair on our list we are going to be checking out is uh, V51S. Okay, V51S on the weekly time frame is smash TP not quite long. Okay, and then on the 4 hour time frame we have a continuation structure which we are going to mark out. So on this 4 hour time frame we have what? Number one, we have our sweep of liquidity which is here. We have our structure. We have our first break of structure. This is our first break of structure, which is here. Number two, price retrace 50% to give us structural liquidity, which is here. Now, this liquidity needs to be taken out so that price can continue the move to the opposite direction. And now this becomes what? Our protected low. So this is now our what? Second break of structure. So this is our POI. So now this is the starting point for this pair. 24 hour. This is the starting point, and this is the finish point. So this is the 4 hour. Now what do? We go down to the 15 minutes time frame and look for what? Continuation. When we see continuation, we'll mark it out and then we'll start anticipating the trade to come to our POI. So once it comes to our POI, give us our confirmation, we can take the trade. Now for those of you asking what confirmation do you look out for whenever trade comes to your POI, it's simple. You just go to the playlist of this channel and then study advanced market structure. I also explain confirmation entry. Okay, I explain confirmation entry. You can just look it up, all right, and then help yourself with it. So first of all, this is the point of interest that we are anticipating. Okay, number one, we have what? Shape of liquidity. You have break of structure, which is here. You have protected low. You have structural liquidity. And then we have POI. This becomes what? Second break of structure. So what do we anticipate? Anticipating price to come into this zone. Come into this zone, give us confirmation and move to the upside. So this is the setup we have currently. Okay, this is what we're anticipating currently. And there's another one below here. Okay, there is another one below here. So if price come here, we're going to be marking and we'll send it to the Telegram community. Okay, so if price come here, we are going to be taking this trade. All right, we are going to be taking it live. And if it doesn't come here, if it come here, we'll also take it here. All right, so this is quite what we are looking for. So whenever price tap into this PR to give us confirmation, then to continue the move to the opposite direction. Okay. So this is how to take quality lead. You know where price is coming from, you know where it's going to. So you follow the trend. All right. Follow the trend. So this is the second POI that we're anticipating. Super liquidity. We have our structural liquidity here. We have protected low, which is here. Then we have first break of structure, second break of structure, which is here. And this zone becomes our point of interest. So this is what we're anticipating here too. So if price gives us what we want here, good. If it doesn't, if you tap to this zone first and give us what we want, we will take it from here, right? So that's basically it. Now let's check the next pair, which is V10S. V10S is bullish on the weekly time frame. Okay, bullish on the weekly time frame. Give us a clear structure on the weekly time frame, and since then we've been buying. We've been buying for the longest. We've been buying for the longest. It hasn't even smashed TP yet. So you can always find the weekly time frame on your MT5, and then it gives us a continuation on the 1 hour. Alright, it gives you continuation on the 1 hour. So this is the continuation on the 1 hour. So we have this is what we have on the 1 hour. First of all, we have our sweep of liquidity, which is right here. We have our first break of structure, which is right here. We have our protected low, which is right here. And then we have structural liquidity, which is here. Okay. After the structural liquidity, we have second break of structure, which is this. Now the whole of this zone becomes what? Our point of what? Interest. This becomes our point of interest. So what do we do now? This is the starting point, this POI, and this is the finish point. Okay. What do we do now? We'll go to the 15 minutes time frame and look for what? Continuation. Okay, look out for continuation. Right. And so what do we have here? We take this out. We take this out. So let me take this out. So later on, I'm going to share this. Let me drop this setup in the community. If you can see it, you can mark it down with your eye before I mark it. Okay. We have this. So I just dropped the setup in the community. I just dropped it in the community. So this is what we have. Okay, quickly, this is what we have. First of all, we have our sweep of liquidity, which is here. Okay, we have our protected low, which is here. Then we have first break of structure, which is this. We have our structural liquidity. Price decrease 50% to give us structural liquidity. And then we have our second break of structure. Let's mark it. This is up to 50% from here to here. It's not fully up to 50%, but we can use it. Okay, so this is valid. All right, now this becomes what? Point of interest. I just dropped the setup in the community. And then this is how we are going to be anticipating. All right, anticipate price to move like this, come into our point of interest and buy to the opposite direction. So we'll be anticipating this very, very well. Anticipating this. We hope it gives us what we want so that we can start our week better. Okay, I hope it gives us what we want. Honestly, I hope. Okay, so that is it. That is all we have on Vetexx. So I've already dropped the setup in the community. So if you like to join the community, click the link on the description of this video and then join the link. And also if you are here to open, if you want to trade with us, how we trade the volatility, the link to open to register on our broker, which is called Deriv, the brokerage firm, you can use the link, sign up, fund, deposit, and then you can take the same trade with us. So this is what we have on Vetexx. So far we have two setup. We have two setup that we are anticipating. Okay. Now let's check the next pair, which is step 300. Let's see what we have on step 300. So on step 300, I've already marked it down. Okay, this is good. This is good. On step 300, we've already marked it down because the trend is bearish, and we are looking for the next available point of interest that we can mark and wait for. So we have this POI, which is here. All right. So this is the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. We already marked it. We have a sweep of liquidity, and then we have break of structure. We have structural liquidity. We have our second break of structure, which is here. and this one becomes what? Point of interest. So we're anticipating price to tap into this point of interest and start giving us continuation on the 15 minutes, 10 minutes, etc. So this is what we have on step 300. We're anticipating this on step 300. So let me check the next pair, which is V25 1S. Very beautiful pair. V25 1S. V25 1 index. V25 1 index. It is something good, but can we consider this? This. Let's check it out. We have this. Okay, not bad. On the 4 hour time frame, V25 1S is bullish. It's very bullish. Because on the 1 hour it smashes TP, but on the 4 hour is bullish. So we have this super liquidity. We have this super liquidity. We have protected low. We have our first break of structure. We have price retreat 50% to give us what structural liquidity. And we have what our second break of structure, which is here. So this is our point of interest. So as price tap into this point of interest, it's expected to move to the opposite direction. Okay, so this is our starting point, and this is our finish. This is our starting point, and this here is our finish point. So this is our finish point here. What do we do next? Let's go to the 15 minutes time frame and see if you are going to spot our re-entry. Let's see if we are going to spot any setup on the 15 minutes time frame. The 15 minutes time frame, what I have is this. Let me check this. This is up to 50%. I doubt, I honestly doubt. This is now to 50%. But we have this. We have this. We have this on the 10 minutes. We have this break of structure, tip of liquidity. Okay, we have this break of structure one, protected low. We have our second, we have our structural liquidity here. And then this is our second break of structure, which is here. And then this is our point of interest. So this is something we can take. This is something we can take. Yeah, we can risk on this. Yeah, we can risk on this. So let me quickly share it to the community. For those of you that is active, let me share it to the community. So do you think this is valid enough? Mm, the sweep is not really visible. The sweep is not visible that much. So this doesn't look like something I want to be risking on. So this is actually a good setup. You just wait for a better one. This is a 5 minute structure. But we trade just the 15 minutes. Mm, just mark it as and wait for it. Okay, let me mark it as and wait for it. I'm not going to share it in the community. It doesn't really look solid. It's not that solid. Because if you look at the other setup, it's not really a very solid setup. I think I'll pass because we are looking for quality. Preservation of capital comes first. So this is not a good deal. So we are not going to be marking this. No, this is a 5 minute structure. It's not really valid that much to me. So we'll just sit out. We look for a better option. Then we can take better option. Sometimes I learn to walk away from setup. It's not every setup that you take. Okay, if this was our setup, if this was up to what you are looking for, this would have been a very good deal. It would have been a very good deal. So instead of anticipating this, I think we should just anticipate this instead. Okay, so we will have this. The problem with this is that it's buying from here, so we can't have this anymore. We'll just wait for another setup to form. So let's check the next pair, which is V100. So V100 just tap it pure on the 1 hour time frame. Remember, it was selling from the 24 hour. So let's go down to the 1 hour. Then we got an entry. So this is the 1 hour, the 24 hour structure. It's coming from here on the 24 hour. So we have this sweep of structure, and we have sweep of structure too. So this becomes our point of interest. This is our PY. So price tap into the PY, and then it's going to get here. So this is start, this is finish. So what do we do now? We'll go to the 4 hour time frame to plot our continuation. In the 4 hour time frame here, we can't find anything. So we'll go to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, we're already seeing something moving. We already see price tap into our point of interest. I want to move to the opposite direction. So this is 15 minutes. Let's go to the 15 minutes and check for continuation. In 15 minutes, nothing has happened yet. So on the 1 hour time frame, where price is coming from, this is the starting point and this is the finish point. So what you are going to be doing now is looking out for 15 minute structure, 10 minute structure until this target is taken out. Let's check the next pair, which is step 200. Most of those pairs I've already marked them down, so to look out for structure now won't be a difficult task anymore. The step 200 has been bearish, okay, and it gives us what a structure on the 1 hour. So this is the structure on the 1 hour, and we anticipate price to tap here and give us continuation on the 15 minutes. But price hasn't got into that POI yet, so we'll leave it, we'll leave this as for now. And we also have another point of interest up. So if price doesn't respect this 1 hour, it's going to respect this 4 hour. So any one of them that price stop, we are going to be anticipating trade on it. Let's check the next pair, which is V75 1S. V75 1S has been bearish on the 4 hour, sorry, on the 1 hour. So there's where price is selling from here in the 1 hour. We have a point of interest here, which is this. The price is selling from somewhere here because this is our protected high. This is our first break of structure. This is our structural liquidity. This is our so this serves as our break of structure. First break of structure, second break of structure. So this is the starting point, and this point here is the finish point. Okay, this is the start, this is the finish. Go to the 15 minutes time frame. And then we are going to look at this. Price gives us continuation, we'll take it. Yesterday I was anticipating that maybe price will just break this down because this is the PY. This is the PY that we're anticipating. So if price would have broken this structure, right, like this, to give us our second break of structure, this price coming here will be a good trade, then we'll take it. But fortunately, price didn't break the structure like this. Because this is the second break of structure, and this was the first break of structure. But price didn't do that. So there's no way I can just anticipate trade on it anymore. Price didn't do that. In fact, we got it invalidated. So this is it. We couldn't take any trade on this. So we sit on our hands until something good shows up. So let's check the next pair, which is V100S. On V100S, what do we have? Price has been bullish on the weekly time frame. It has not smashed TP, and then we have this price consolidating since. So for the past how many days we have been waiting for it to tap into this point of interest, but it's yet to do that. What do we know how to do best? We'll still be patient, we'll wait for it. It's going to come to us. We will not go to the price. That is one thing about trading. Wait for price to come to you and do exactly what you want because it's going to definitely do it. So you just have to be patient. Okay? You have to be patient, very, very patient. So once you tap into this zone, I'm going to start taking anticipating sales buys on the 15 minutes time frame to the opposite direction. Right? That's what we're going to be anticipating. Buys, 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 buys. To the opposite what direction. Buys, buys, buys. So one of this is going to bank. It's definitely going to come up. It's definitely going to come to us. It's just consolidating for now. So it's definitely going to come to us. And once it comes to us, we'll take advantage of it. That's exactly what you know how to do best. So this is what we're anticipating. Once prior to this, then we can go on and take trade. So let's go to the next pair, which is V50. V50 has been bullish for a while now. Has been bullish for a while. Okay. Sorry, it has been bearish for a while. The daily time frame just smashes the target. Okay, this is it. This is it. We have a sweep. We have our sweep of liquidity here. We have our sweep of liquidity here. The point of interest. So this is structural liquidity. Gives us protected high here. First break, second break. and then price need to move from this PY and then smashes the target on the daily time frame. So now that it smashes the target, we'll go to the 1 hour time frame or 4 hour time frame and see if you are going to see any continuation that we can start anticipating to take. So what we have here is this is my top priority on the 4 hour time frame. We have this sweep of liquidity, we have this protected high, and we have this structural liquidity. This is what point of interest 1, point of interest 2, sorry, break of structure 1, break of structure 2. So at sweep price to tap into this zone and start giving us continuation. But then let's check the 1 hour time frame. Price is reacting from anywhere. So the 1 hour time frame, we also have this. We also have this sweep. And then we have protected high. We have a structural liquidity. Excuse me. First break of structure, second break. This is our point of interest. So you see price has already tapped into this point of interest. And what do we do next is for us to start looking for continuation to the opposite direction. So we start looking for continuation of the 15 minute. Start looking for 15 minute sales. Sales until this target is taken out. That's why I give you a journey illustration. So if price starts, since you already know your starting point, since you already know your starting point and this is your finish point, so no matter what price do, just look out for your continuation entry until the price take out this target. So this is your starting point, this is your finish point. So this is all we have. So two things will happen. So two things happen. Price will tap into this zone and then give us a sell continuation. Give us if you start moving to give us a continuation, then we can start taking sells to the downside. Right? So this is what we have on V50. So far so good. We've gotten so I think what we'll do, we are going to be adding this V25 harness to our this thing. We'll add it to our watch list. Okay, it's going to definitely hold. So let's add it. Okay, let's add it. So first of all, we have here, what do we have? This there's nothing. Okay, we have this. We have our sweep. Just have a second look at it. We have our sweep, protected low. We have this second break. And and then this is our first break. So if you have capital you can risk on this, it's going to be a good trade. It's going to give you some good return. Okay, so this is going to be good, but not apply risk management. Apply what? Risk management. So take risk, apply risk management. So up to 50%, you meet all criteria. So apply risk management. So let me share it to the community. Apply proper risk management. So be on the lookout for that. So be on the lookout for this. So once it's come here, give us confirmation, we'll take it. We'll take it, take it, take it, take it. Yep, take it. So once you give all we want to take it, not to waste about it. So let's check the next play. Have 50, have 100. Okay. 50, have 100. So the next is step 100. So the next is step 100. So currently there's nothing on step 100, unfortunately. So we are going to be, it's just bullish trying to do some move, but nothing is on step 100 right now. So let's go to the next one immediately. No time. So we have V15s. Let's check what we have on V15s. Okay. V15s, we have this POI for a very long time. The price is trying to come back to it. So we have this 1 hour POI because price has been bearish on the daily. Okay, we have this 1 hour POI. We are expecting price to come into the zone and start moving to the downside. And also we have this 4 hour point of interest too. So if price doesn't stop at this point, if price doesn't respect this POI, we'll wait for it to come to this POI. So we have our sweep, first break of structure, and then we have our second break of structure. Okay, break of structure one, break of structure two. So these are point of interest. transactional liquidity. So you use for correction. This structural liquidity is for continuation. So one price tap, if price respects this place, we start looking for continuation to the downside. And if it doesn't, and we come here, we start looking for continuation to the downside. Easy, easy, lemon squeezy. So the next is V25. V25. What do we have on V25? So V25 has been bearish on the weekly time frame. Has been bearish on the weekly time frame. It has something like this on the weekly time frame. This is what it has on the weekly time frame. We have this, 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 this. We have something like this on the weekly time frame. Okay, it's on V25. Then it's bearish on the weekly time frame. If you know how to do your top-down analysis, you start from the weekly time frame to the daily time frame. So you notice that V25 is bearish on the weekly time frame. So we have this break of structure 1, break of structure 2, which is here, and then price has been selling. This is the starting point, and this is the finish point. Okay, so we have this is how V25 is look on the weekly time frame, and on the daily time frame, we have this. We have this point of interest. We have this point of interest, which is this. Sorry, sweep of liquidity, break of structure. These are structural liquidity, and then this is our second break of structure. So we anticipate price to come into this POI, give us a 4-hour structure. Then on that 4 hour, we can go to the 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and take more. And this is our point of interest. This is our point of interest. So this is what we have on V25. So let's check the 1 hour if there's something happening on the 1 hour. Nothing is happening on the 1 hour at the moment. We don't have anything on the 1 hour. So let's check the next pair, which is the 500. The 500 is bearish on the weekly and is giving us another bearish. It's trying to tap into a 24-hour point of interest, which is this. If you know that if you are doing top-down analysis and on the weekly time frame or the daily time frame, if you know that your trend is bearish, you don't have any business looking for anything like buy. Okay, you don't have any business looking for anything like buy. And if your trend is bullish, you don't have anything looking for sales on any time frame until that your target is taken out. That is when you can just change your bias. But the fact that your target hasn't been taken out, or you don't have any business changing bias, that's what I was telling you. If you are traveling from, it's just like you traveling from Nigeria to UK, and then along the way, you tell the pilot to turn back here to Nigeria. You know that no matter what it takes, you don't have any business coming to Nigeria if you're already on the plane moving. You just have to get to your destination. Okay, so you telling the pilot to turn back and take you back to Nigeria when you haven't gotten to your destination, it's just like it's something that don't happen. It's something that it don't even happen. So you know that no matter what it takes, you are going to get to your destination. So that is why if you are selling on the other, if you know that the other time frame is bearish, you don't have any business trying to buy. You don't have any business trying to go bullish. Okay, until that target is taken out. So this is what we have on step 500. So we're anticipating price to tap into this point of interest and continue the move to the opposite what direction. So this is what we have. This is what we have. Okay, so once this happens, we'll then be rest assured that okay, there's something good, there's something, there are more fish for us to take. Okay, so now what is the next thing for us to do? What is the next thing for us to do? So we'll look out for, we check the next pair, which is V31S. The V31S has been bearish, and as you can see, we already mark out the bearish structure. First of all, we have our sweep of liquidity, first break of structure, which is here. Okay, price retrace 50% to give us structural liquidity, which is here, and price broke the newly created low to give us what? Our second break of structure, which is here. Okay, so sweep of liquidity, first break of structure, structural liquidity, second break of structure. Okay, and then what do we have is we have price tapping into the point of interest. So this is the starting point, and this is the finish point. This is the finish point. Now that we know that price has tapped into our point of interest on the 24-hour time frame, let's go to the 4-hour time frame if you are going to spot any continuation. In the 4-hour time frame, there's nothing happening here, so you are going to be patient on this trade. You are going to wait for it for a while, right? So that it will give us exactly what we want. Once to give us exactly what we want, then we can start looking for continuation. And start looking for continuation. Yep, yep. So let's check V90S. On V90S, starting from the daily time frame has been bearish, but it's here to smash its target. If you look closely, you have a sweep of liquidity here, and price tap into this point of interest, which is this is structural liquidity here. This was our protected high. So really we don't have anything yet on this. So this is what we have. So this is the finish point. The price even give a continuation on the 4-hour. On this, there's a 4-hour continuation which is also around here. But it has smashed the target. This is somewhere around here. You have this. So this is our what? Protected low, which is here. Protected low, which is here. So smashing the target. Okay, so let's check the 1 hour. If we're going to find something good on the 1 hour. There's nothing on the 1 hour, but what in all of this, price is definitely going to come back and take out this target. You know it's going to come back. This is just retracement. Okay, it's definitely going to come back. Alright, so this is it. What's the next pair we are going to check? Let's be checking V75. What do we have on V75? Starting from the 24-hour time frame, V75 has been bearish. It has given us a clear trend of where it's coming from and where it intends to go to. So this is what we have on 24-hour. Nothing tangible. Nothing really tangible on the 24-hour. So let's check the 4-hour time frame. Nothing on the 4-hour. Let's check another pair, which is the last. This is the 400. Starting from the 24 hours, the 400 has been bearish. Bearish on the weekly, trying to be bearish on the 24-hour. No structure. On the 4-hour, what do we have? We have a structure on the 4-hour. The 4-hour, we don't have anything to. Don't have anything on the 4-hour. So this is where price sold from some while ago. Nothing, 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 nothing. So how many setup we have for today? Let's check it. First of all, we have V25 honest. Now look at this move to POI. This is very, very impulsive. So what we have now is the only way we'll take this trade now is if price does this. If price does something like this, it's come down here and then move like this. Okay, consolidate, 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 and then decide to come back to this zone and buy. That is when we are going to be taking this trade on V25 1S. But if it continues this impulsive move to POI, you are going to avoid it. You are going to ignore it. Okay, because something fishy doesn't look nice in this type of move at all. So we are going to be sitting on our hands. If you come to POI with this move, we'll not be risking on it. Yes, nobody will be risking on it. So we are going to be waiting for the best thing to happen. So if you definitely do this, so this will become our what? Sweep, break one, break two, do this, and then come back. So this is the only way we can take it. But if it doesn't, fine. So the next setup we have is V51s. We had this V51s. So there's a V51s setup that we're anticipating here. This pair keep giving continuation, continuation, continuation. You don't even know the one that you take, but regardless, valid continuation, valid continuation. It is sometimes to be advisable if you take the recent POI, but this is a POI I'm more interested in. This, because all this might be called liquidity. So I'm interested in this POI or this. So if it doesn't come back to that POI, then I will just let it go. So this POI or this POI, one of them, everything to come back to it. Or if it doesn't, good and fine. And if it does, fine. Because there are a lot of, you just need to have this abundance mentality that there are more trade in the market instead of jumping up after trades that are not going to be valid. So V50, for now, we have valid V50 and V10s. These are the two valid setup that I can really bank on right now. I really risk on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So these are the two setup. This one and that V50. So if price respect our POI come back here, you are going to be happy. You are going to take the trade. Okay. So these are quite good, good enough. They are good enough. I've already dropped the setup V10S and then V51S. I've dropped the setup in the community. So just for us to be monitoring it and see what is going to happen. Right? Just for us to monitor it and see what is going to happen. Alright, so guys, we've come to the end of today's live analysis, and I believe you got value from this live session. If you enjoyed this stream and then you got value from it, do it to like, do it to subscribe, and most importantly, join our Telegram community. Share this live with your loved ones, your friends, anyone who is interested in learning about trading and will learn to trade. Okay, if you want to copy my trading model, how I trade, and then how you can learn from it. Okay. In subsequent time, I'm going to be bringing out doing some big announcements in the community. So always stay active, subscribe so that tomorrow you'll be the first person to be live here. So every day 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. I host live analysis. Right. See you on the other side. And don't forget to join the Telegram community. That's where I'll follow up with those setup that I've posted earlier. Okay. So have a nice day and peace out.